Can I just add one comment to what Professor Langton said? Don't forget, though, that the 1967 referendum was passed with about 91% of the vote. So if the goodwill is there, and it is bipartisan, and the proponents of the referendum don't overreach, then this can be done.
I agree.
And
okay.
I would like to say that I remember the Republican referendum. Now,
That was a bad idea.
Well, I'm a Republican and I did not vote for that proposition because the wrong question was put to Australians. Because if you remember the time, it was very likely if the proposition, that was the question put by the government, had succeeded, it was very likely that Pauline Hanson would be our head of state because 1 in 4 Australians were voting for her at the time.
Well.
So now I want you to consider the question that's put to you. If it is the wrong question, I think it would be a very grave mistake for there to be a referendum, because if we all have to vote against it because it's the wrong question, like the Republican question was, we will wake up the day after the referendum and we will have effectively voted for the race power in our Constitution, which marks our Constitution as one of the racist constitutions on the planet.
Have you got the right question off the top of your head?
There is a question recommended in the expert panel report, and that matter has been put, as Senator Brandis has pointed out, to the joint committee chaired by Ken Wyatt, the member of the House of Representatives from Western Australia, and co-chaired by Nova Perez from the Northern Territory. So we'll wait to see what that committee says. But also the Act of Recognition says that there ought to be a review, and it actually says those who do the reviewing. So I hope that there will be a panel of reviewers. So there's quite a ways to go yet in the process, and I'm very hopeful that these very complicated matters can be resolved so that we have a good question that resolves this very difficult problem, both recognising Indigenous people and ensuring that we're not targeted for discrimination by the Constitution as it presently stands.
We've got time for a final